If you have been following my 7-part series on YouTube on breaking down the sales process, the first 3 are up there now on discovery, education, and problem awareness. The either 4th or 5th video that's going to come out is going to be on managing expectations. That video will be the single most important one of the whole thing. Because if you and your customer aren't on the same page, and if you're trying to put your customer in a final expense box and forgetting all the other things that are important to them, you're going to get objections at the end, and it's going to be impossible to overcome them because you guys aren't on the same page from the beginning. So there's so much to talk about in this. I cannot wait to post this video. It is something I coach my team about all the time, and it's something that I can identify where they've missed in discovery 100% of the time, and I'm probably going to be playing some of their recordings in that video so you can hear exactly what I'm talking about. So stay tuned. This has been fascinating to see your guys' responses. So I think we're up to about 40, and still we don't have a winner. So if you were one of the people that answered, and some of you have answered multiple times trying to get it right, some of you are on the right track. You're on the right track, but you're missing a big piece. Remember, guys, everything you need to know about how to sell a customer, they will tell you, they will give you clues in discovery, but it's up to you to pay attention to those clues so you can ask the right questions in order to get the answers you need to carry that conversation forward. And everybody is missing the clues. Go back and find the clues. What do you need to know? No one's got it.
What's wrong with being confident? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being? What's wrong with being confident?
So the best part about that last call that I posted the screenshot on is that customer called in for $25,000. Didn't want anything less than $25,000, wasn't interested in anything less than $25,000. So how do you take someone that wants $25,000 and get them to ask for 10? You do that by learning how to manage expectations. You do that by learning how to ask the right questions. And you do that by trying to get a better understanding of what they feel they need that coverage for, so you can make better recommendations for what actually might be a good fit for them. Because just because a customer calls in wanting something doesn't mean that necessarily is what they need. And based on people's age, gender, health, circumstances, what they want may not be what they can afford. So it's your job to make someone feel comfortable enough to be okay with getting less than what they thought they wanted. That's it. This was a real life situation that happened with one of my agents, and at the very end of the call, she got an objection where it wasn't enough coverage. And the reason why she got this objection is because she failed to ask the following question. How much coverage did that previous policy provide? Are you looking for that much coverage now, or has that changed for you? And when she got the answer about what expenses he wants to make sure gets taken care of, and he just gave a generic response, like, I just want my family taken care of, you cannot put your client in a final expense box when they say, yes, paying for the funeral would be important. Because when someone wants to take care of their family, that might mean something to different people. And so that maybe he wanted 150, 200,000. We don't know because we didn't ask. And by not asking and by not understanding, we lose the opportunity to provide good education and expectations when we get into the later parts of the script. A lot of people put that they wanted to know why the policy canceled, which is fair. But the reason that knowing why the policy canceled isn't the answer is because that is a clue to help you learn how to educate someone. That is not the clue to learn how to quote them, right? You need to understand what expenses they need to take care of, so that way when you do get to education, you can separate the need. If someone wants to leave a lump sum to their family, but they also want to take care of funeral costs, you need to be able to educate them that, you know, the only affordable type of coverage or policy for that much coverage is term. Explain what that is. And you need to let them know, you know, if you're like us, the only thing we can help you with is a small conservative policy to take care of those funeral costs and final expenses. Are you open to having that conversation? And I can help put you in contact with someone to help take care of the rest. To summarize, the most important things that you need to get out of this client are A, how much coverage did he have with the previous policy? Is he hoping to get that much coverage now, or has that changed? You need to have a really, really good understanding of what he means by, I just want my family taken care of. What does that mean? So you can properly educate and separate the needs. Just because a funeral is important for him to make sure his family pays for, doesn't mean that's the only thing he's concerned about. And so if you put your customer in a final expense box, you aren't going to be on the same page. You need to be able to get to education and say, I know you were hoping for this. You also said this was important. So here's what I think you should consider. And you cannot move forward unless you guys both understand that the only thing you're going to be talking about is a small conservative plan to take care of funeral costs. Hope that helps.